Hey land crew, welcome back. So, story up to date. We left Methone to head for Coroni, where there is another castle and a fort. You'd be glad to know we never went in there. We set out some predicted bad weather in Kalamata Marina, which didn't actually happen. We then went to a small anchorage on the end of the cape. We have now left that anchorage and we are on our way to Monemvasia, and that is where you join us.
What sea are we in?
Ionian?
No! Oh!
The Aegean! Having successfully rounded these capes, we are now into the Aegean Sea, and we can start our journey north, beginning with Monemvasia.
Undergoing a bit of reparation. Unfortunately, no one thought to email me. No.
As you can see, the harbour at Monemvasia is relatively small, and it is also very shallow. We were fortunate enough to find a space right on the end of the dock in 2.5 metres of water, and we were lucky because there is currently a barge in there depositing rocks into the seawall, which left even less space. So if you do go into the harbour, just be careful because it is very shallow. There are anchorages on the outside in the lee of the peninsula. This is another one of those have to visit places along this coastline. It is absolutely steeped in history. Monemvasia, the walled village, full of churches, the most famous of which, the Hagia Sophia, is at the top. The views from the top of that hill are stupendous. The restrictions in building mean they cannot convert this to McDonald's. This is real, this is Greece. And right on the very top of the hill, the Hagia Sophia Church.
The amazing little town of Monemvasia. It's incredible. Imagine living there in that walled fort on the side of a mountain, which is cut off from the mainland and only connected by a man-made causeway. Incredible place.
Closest you're gonna get. That's very good one, Nelson. Okay, Nelson has lived on this boat his entire life. He has never lived on dry land. It's okay, like a baby. Say hello. And these are the reactions we get from total strangers. They either love him or hate him. He's like Marmite. This young girl wanted to say hello, but was quite nervous about it. He's very gentle, but he's big. He's clumsy. You know, he's knocked kids over before, and then they cry, and then the parents are having a go at you. So it's very difficult when you're in a foreign country to take a large dog for a walk in a busy area. It's actually quite rare that we do this.
Castaña.
We have no idea what is up here. There's a village, a walled village, and I'm hoping it's going to be lit up like a Christmas tree with restaurants and other stuff. We'll find out. You walk in through a small, narrow doorway. The streets cobbled with houses that have been sympathetically restored to how they were hundreds of years ago. This place was built by the Byzantines and it was rebuilt by the Venetians. We're talking centuries of habitation that hasn't been erased. It's an incredible sight. It's so interesting to walk through these narrow little streets and look around corners and see all the things that have been before us. It was incredible.
Monem Vasia. We were just leaving this morning. But that's where we spent the night. Monem Vasia. Beautiful place.
We are leaving Monem Vasia, heading for Portohelli, or Kranidi as it's shown on this particular chart. We're going to stay there for a couple of nights just to replenish the boat, stock up with food, etc. And then we're going to go around to Poros.
Another pile of rock that we need to go around. It's nice to see a few people sailing.
The predominant wind for this voyage, heading down the Ionian to the Capes, we have the wind behind us. Now we're around the Capes, heading up the Aegean, we're heading north. The wind is now on our nose.
Put our head sails down. Just getting ready to bring the mainsail down. This is the entrance to Portohelli. Assessing our current options to anchor, because we don't particularly want to be down amongst that lot. With the Corinth Canal closed, everybody seems to be coming down here, so it's relatively busy. We're going to go over here in the cheap seats.
This one here is Hydra.
Hydra!
And the one behind us, the big one with the town, is Spetsai.
So this is Hydra. This is where Captain America hangs out. And then, I'm not sure what that was called, but we're not going there anyway.
Spetsai is this one.
And Spetsai is the one behind us, so that is Spetsai Island. Guessing getting the pronunciation somewhere near. One of our Greek friends can correct us. And this is known as the Greek Riviera. Think Saint-Tropez, think Italian islands. This place is full of big powerboats, which makes for loads of wash and a load of noise. And yeah, not enjoying it much so far. But the good thing about a power cat is that we won't get a big amount of wake off of it, but that is one fugly boat. And this is what you're up against. You're up against big power boats and towing all the toys. There's just tons of this stuff around, which I don't find pleasurable. Let's go back to the Ionian. Currently we're in the process of tying back to the rocks. And our lines are daisy chained, so they come apart quite easily. So as Nat's just driving back, she just undoes the daisy chain. We've already got one stern line on. Our anchor is set. Currently we're still in astern, so the boat is still pulling backwards against the anchor. And once that second line comes back over here, I can then put the engine into neutral and see where we settle.
Yeah. So we just left Derrick Cove behind us. We were in, but we weren't 100% happy. I swam the anchor and it had some sort of material on it, so it hadn't held brilliantly. And then everybody downwind of us, or sorry, upwind of us, started coming sideways at us, so we just dumped the lines very quickly and left. And if I take you up, you can see exactly what's on our anchor. So it looks like some sort of Hessian sack. There's some fishing net in there as well. It's just a bit of a mess, really.
It's June. Lockdown didn't finish that long ago, and already we're up against the charter fleets. How do we compete with that? How do we anchor? Where do we go? Somebody tell me, please, where do we go? There's no space. Okay, so we're sitting in a wind acceleration zone, trying to anchor up there. Not going to happen. It's rocky. There's a load of boats up there already, hardly any space. A couple of them are tied back. So we are going to head for Poros. So it's 16 miles. A little bit of a breeze now, and it's kind of 120, so we can head sail it. Put the big Genoa out.
Well, that didn't work very well. We got our anchor down, no problem. We tied back to the rocks without issue. The boats upwind of us, dragged. They came downwind in our direction, so we had to slip our lines pretty quick to avoid the carnage that ensued. In doing so, we picked up that garbage on the anchor, which we had to get off. And we went to anchor in another location, and it wasn't going to happen. It was packed. So many boats here. So we're going to head for Poros in the hope that we can find somewhere where we can anchor.
Why do people do that? So just had some guy go by. I probably didn't get on the GoPro. He was on the cat. He's waving his arms and sticking his thumbs in the air going, beautiful boat, beautiful boat. We couldn't really capture it on camera. It's too far away for the GoPro. But people like that stop me selling this damn thing. Tell me it's horrible, tell me it's rusty, tell me it's finished. Buy a new one, get a plastic one in, get rid of that heap of junk. I need some encouragement. Anyway, we're sailing, we have the head sail out. Hence the guy is waving his arms around. We're making, oh there you go, I'll show you. Making just over 4 knots on the big Genoa, which is perfect. We're going to run downwind. Fortunately we didn't stow the dinghy, so we're sailing with the handbrake on, or else we'd be doing 5 knots. Hey crew! If you enjoy our videos, give us a like and a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and please share the video with your friends. We're looking for more subscribers. Not that it gives us any money whatsoever. It just means that we carry on making videos because we know you like them.
Join us again next Friday when we are in Poros.
What's going on up here?
We gotta do some beaches. Yeah, we're off to do the beaches. Oh. Yeah, we gotta do some beaches, bitch.
That was like an inch away.